धनञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा। So welcome to the Srimad Bhagavatam thematic series 3. Yesterday we began this discussion on the third thematic series where Sut Goswami is giving reply to the six questions. So the six answers which are there in brief in chapter 2 and chapter 3 of the first canto. So yesterday we saw the first and the second verses, and especially the second verse, uh, Yam pravarjantam anupayitapet krityam dvapayana virha katarajuha putreti tanmaya taravovinedus tam sarvabhuta hridayam muniman natosmi. Uh, Sut Goswami offering his respectful obeisances to his spiritual master Sukadev Goswami. And especially we saw the commentary on this by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And as I was mentioning that Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary is very philosophical and revealing the glories of Sukadeva Goswami. But as I was mentioning yesterday also, that Srila Prabhupada's commentary on this is very practical. Although Sukadeva Goswami, just moment he was born, he was on the Paramahamsa platform, so he need not undergo any samskars. So the whole pastime, the Rasika pastime between what happened is what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is commenting in his commentary. But Srila Prabhupada, on the other hand, uh, focuses on his commentary on only one aspect. I'm just seeing Prabhupada's opening Prabhupada's translation on this. He just focuses on one aspect, that is apait krityam, anupaitya apait krityam. No, without undergoing any purificatory uh, reformations, samskars. So the whole purport of Prabhupada is only focus on this and nothing else. So why Prabhupada is doing that? There is a specific reason, because nobody is born like Sukdev Goswami. Everyone is born uh, uh, has to undergo these samskars. So Prabhupada speaks about the Varnashram Dharma. So let us see Prabhupada's commentary on this verse. The institution of Varna and Ashram prescribes many regulative duties to be observed by its followers. Such duties enjoin that the candidate willing to study the Vedas must approach a bona fide spiritual master and request acceptance as his disciple. So, this is one of the duties. The sacred thread is a sign for those who are competent to study the Vedas from the Acharya or the bona fide spiritual master. So, when Prabhupada is speaking about this sacred thread, uh, samskar, which samskar is this? Anyone knows? Raise your hand. Raise your hands. So raise. Ashokatma Vasudev Prabhuji. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, it is Sandhya Vandana.
But what is the samskar called?
I
Yeah, okay. Lakshmi Narasimhan Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Upanayana Samskar?
Yes, it is the Upanayana samskar, where you are given the Gayatri mantra to chant the Sandhya Vandana, which you do 3 times a day. Or initially, actually, it is many times, sometime they chant 14 times, 25 times, like that. So this is that samskar, Prabhupada is speaking. It is not speaking about the uh, in ISKCON, what we give the second initiation, the Diksha mantras for worshipping the deity. That is different. That is from the Pancharatri Vidhi point of view. These are from the Varnashram point of view. Sri Sukdev Goswami did not undergo such purificatory ceremonies because he was a liberated soul from his very birth. He was liberated right from his very birth. Okay. Devhuti Kapil Prabhu, do you have a question?
Yes, Prabhuji, regarding that Gayatri mantra. So, when you mention the Gayatri mantra, is it that Brahma Gayatri which you're referring to? I want to
Yes, yes.
need to understand the difference, between a little bit between the Brahma Gayatri and the Gayatri which we get during the second initiation. If you can
Yeah.
quickly brief,
Yeah.
that would be.
The Brahma Gayatri is the standard mantra which is given, and in the Gaudiya Sampradaya, there are specific other mantras. There are 7 others also which are there, and there is the Gaur Gopal mantra, which is specific to the Gaudiya Sampradaya. So the spiritual master might give it depending on the mood of the disciple, because our worshipable Lord is Lord Gopal of Golok Vrindavan. So like that, there are 7 other also Diksha mantras which are given by the spiritual master specific to the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Otherwise, in general, it refers to the Brahma Gayatri mantra. Okay.
So, what does the Brahma Gayatri signify? Like, how it is adding value, or what is the significance of? We do
Well, we
chant that
can.
Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, we address all the
Yes.
planetary system. Yeah. So how does that, like I'm trying to understand the meaning of that a little bit.
Oh, that is not the forum here.
The
We'll have to
purpose.
separately
Okay.
discuss
Okay.
that.
All
Okay.
right. Okay, Prabhuji. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Paragraph 2. Now, Prabhupada very interestingly, he's again focusing on the samskars, the purificatory processes. Generally, a man is born as an ordinary being. So, anyone knows what is the phrase in the Sanskrit for this? Generally, man is born as an ordinary being. Raise your hands. Tirthpath Prabhuji, yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam. Is it Sudra Prabhu? I guess.
But what is the entire phrase, Sanskrit phrase?
No idea, Prabhu.
Okay.
Janma.
Yes, yes.
Sudra, something like that.
Yes, yes, correct. Janmana jayate shudra. Janmana jayate shudra. Excellent. And by the purificatory processes, he is born for the second time. He's born for the second time. So, what is the phrase in Sanskrit for this? Anyone, raise your hands. What is the phrase for this? Yes, Birendra Yadav Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, it is Dvija.
But what exactly is the full phrase? What is the full phrase?
Not able to recollect.
Yes, okay. Prabhupada is not given this blue thing is what I have added. Samskarat bhaved dvija. Samskarat bhaved dvija. So, what is the samskar is given? This is the Upanayan samskar. The Upanayan samskar. Samskarat bhaved dvija. Okay, and then Prabhupada says, when he sees a new light and seeks direction for spiritual progress, he approaches a spiritual master for instruction in the Vedas. So with this Upanayan samskar, then he, goes to the teacher and learns the Vedas. The spiritual master accepts only the sincere inquirer as his disciple and gives him the sacred thread. In this way, a man becomes twice born or a dvija. So samskarat bhaved dvija. So Prabhupada is mentioning that here you can see. Okay. Now, last. After qualifying as a Dvija, one may study the Vedas and after becoming well versed in the Vedas, one becomes a Vipra. One becomes a Vipra. So, Janmana Jayate Shudra, Samskarat Bhaved Dvija. So, when this samskar happens, the impressions for spiritual inquiry is awakened in the heart of the student. And then he goes to the spiritual master and inquires from the spiritual master. The spiritual master has given him the Upanayan Samskar, and he is now a Dvija and he studies the Vedas. And when he becomes well versed in the Vedas, he becomes a Vipra. So, what is the term in Sanskrit for this? Anyone knows? Raise your hand. I think this will be difficult. What is the term in Sanskrit? So, Janmana Jayate Shudra, Samskarat Bhave Dvija. Then, what is next? Anyone knows? Yes, Jagdishwar Prabhuji.
Veda Pathet Vipra. Veda Pathet
Oh,
Vipra.
excellent, excellent, excellent. Veda Pathat Bhavet Vipra. Veda Pathat Bhavet Vipra. A Vipra or a qualified Brahmana thus realizes the absolute and makes further progress in spiritual life until he reaches the Vaishnava stage. So from a Vipra he becomes, a Brahmana. So what is that in Sanskrit called as? This is quite well known and famous, and devotees should know it. A Vipra, when he realizes the absolute truth, he becomes a Brahmana. So what is that called? Yes, Jagdishwar Prabhuji. Yes.
Brahma Janatiti Brahma.
Yes. Brahma Janatiti Brahmana. The Vaishnava stage is the postgraduate status of a Brahmana. Now, please carefully mark these statements of Prabhupada. Brahmana is one who is in the mode of goodness, who is realizing the absolute truth, and the absolute truth is Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan. Now, Prabhupada in the many other places he mentions a Brahmana can, realize the absolute truth, maxim as the impersonal. He can realize the impersonal aspect of the uh, impersonal aspect of the absolute truth. That is the Brahman or the Paramatma. So the Bhagavan feature and being situated in not only goodness but pure goodness, that is Shuddha Sattva. That is the Vaishnava stage. A Vaishnava means who is on the transcendental platform. We have to remember this. So that's why Prabhupada is saying it's a postgraduate status of the Brahmana. A progressive Brahmana must necessarily become a Vaishnava, for a Vaishnava is a self-realized learned Brahmana. So he's self-realized. That means he's on the transcendental platform. I hope it is clear. Now Prabhupada in the next paragraph is clarifying everything. Srila Sukadeva Goswami was a Vaishnava from the beginning. Vaishnava means he was on the transcendental platform. Therefore, there was no need for him to undergo all the processes of Varnashram institution. So for Sukadeva Goswami, there was no need. But for us, we have to go through all this. And that's why Prabhupada's purport is very practical. And that's why, as long as we don't implement all these rules of the Varnashram, which are very favorable for our practice of Krishna consciousness, then coming to the point or the stage of Vaishnavism is not so easy. We might think that, we are having Tilak Kantimala, we are Vaishnavas. Vaishnava means he is on the Shuddha Sattva platform. He is transcendental, beyond the modes, who is situated beyond the modes. Means he is liberated. Then only he is a Vaishnava. So then we who are, having Tilak Kantimala, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we also, address each other as Vaishnava. So then what kind of Vaishnavas we are? Which category of Vaishnavas we are? If we are not Vaishnavas, and the strict definition of Vaishnava here, is that it is Vaishnava means he is on the transcendental platform. So then what are we? Then what is, what are we then who are not already on the Shuddha Sattva platform? What is your answer for this? Anyone? Anyone knows this? Devahuti Kapil Prabhu. Okay. Yes, Devahuti Kapil Prabhu. Yes.
Prabhuji, are you referring to what stage are we in our chanting, something like that?
No. What terminology you'll use for this kind of a Vaishnava who is still not on the transcendental platform? He is actually a Vaishnava. Vaishnava means he's on Shuddha Sattva. So what we call ourselves as Vaishnava, but what is the exact term then?
Okay, the imperfect stage.
What is it called?
I'm referring to the Namaprada or Namabhasha stage. Not that, I think.
Yeah, Namaprada, but what then the synonym for those Vaishnavas they are?
Like,
Okay, Ashoka Atma, Vasudev Prabhuji.
Is it devotee? Just a devotee?
But devotee means Vaishnava. Vaishnava means he's on the transcendental platform.
Okay. So that means the Brahmana stage?
No, Brahmana stage also, uh, not really exactly. Yes, Lakshmi Narasimha Prabhuji. I know this answer is a little, yeah.
Practice in sadhakas?
Practicing, but the term, which is like Vaishnava only, the term will come, but what is that Vaishnava called? Yes. See, all we are Vaishnavas and we are not able to recognize. Yes, Jagdishwar Prabhuji.
We can call Bhakta Praya.
Bhakta Praya.
We are trying
No.
to become
Bhakta Praya, no. Praya Vaishnava.
Praya Vaishnava.
Yes.
Okay. Praya
Almost
Vaishnava.
like a Vaishnava, but not a
Yes.
Vaishnava.
Yes. Yes.
Or it is
Thank
called as Vaishnav Abhas. It's called as Vaishnav Abhas or even a Kanishta Vaishnava. All these three terminologies are synonymous. Praya Vaishnava, Vaishnav Abhas, and Kanishta Vaishnava. Vaishnava means he's on the transcendental platform. I hope you're clear with these three terminologies. These three are all synonymous. Praya Vaishnava, Vaishnava Abhas, or Kanishta Vaishnava. Now, Prabhupada's statement is very amazing. Ultimately, the aim of Varnashram Dharma is to turn a crude man into a pure devotee of the Lord or a Vaishnava. Again, here Vaishnava means a pure Vaishnava here, who is on the transcendental platform. So just like, in a factory, the raw material is taken inside and a product is processed. The end product, when it's processed in the factory, there's the end product. So mainly the whole Varnashram Dharma, the people who are born as Shudras, they are transformed into pure Vaishnavas who are on the transcendental platform. That's the purpose of the Varnashram. Anyone, therefore, who becomes a Vaishnava, accepted by a first-class Vaishnava or a Uttamadhikari Vaishnava, is already considered a Brahmana regardless of his birth or past deeds. So we become a Vaishnava by accepting whom? From a Uttamadhikari. That means the spiritual master. So the spiritual master is Vaishnava, but he is what kind of a Vaishnava? Anyone? The spiritual master is also Vaishnava, but he is a Uttamadhikari. He's a Uttamadhikari. He's on the transcendental platform. He's a Shuddha Vaishnava. And others also become Vaishnavas. But this Vaishnava is what? Who has been accepted by the Uttamadhikari Vaishnava. This Vaishnava is what? Anyone? I know I'm putting you in, making you think. Yes, Tirthpad Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Is it Madhyam Adhikari Prabhu?
Oh, you're Madhyamadhikari when you're taking initiation.
No, Prabhu. It's
Then,
Kanishta Adhikari.
see, the answer came out. So, you are a Kanishta Vaishnava. But ultimately, Prabhupada is saying is already considered Brahmana. But you have to have the qualifications of the Brahmana. Have to have the qualifications of Brahmanas. That means Shama and Dama. You should have control of the senses and control of the mind. So if you don't have this control of the senses and the control of the mind, then you don't have the qualities of the Brahmana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore accepted this principle and recognized Srila Haridas Thakur as the Acharya of the holy name, although Haridas Thakur appeared in a Mombedam family. In conclusion, Srila Sukadeva Goswami was born a Vaishnava, and therefore Brahmanism was included in him. Because Vaishnava, a Brahmana is situated in the mode of goodness, and a Vaishnava is situated in the mode of pure goodness. So automatically, if you are a Vaishnava, you are a Brahmana. Now, please reflect on this. That means if we have to become Vaishnavas, then we should control our mind and senses. And then we actually come to the platform of a Madhyam Adhikari Vaishnava. Madhyam Adhikari Vaishnava. A Madhyama Vaishnava. So only from the Kanishta Vaishnava to the Madhyama platform, their Brahmana qualities are there. And from there further, when you become a Uttamadhikari Vaishnava, then you're on Shuddha Sattva platform, and then you're actually a true Vaishnava as per the definition of Vaishnava. He did not have to undergo any ceremonies. Any low-born person, be he a Kirata, Huna, Andhra, Pulinda, Pulkasha, Abhira, Samba, Yavana, Kasha, and even lower can be delivered to the highest transcendental position by the mercy of Vaishnavas. So here, by the mercy of Vaishnavas means Prabhupada is speaking about the Uttamadhikari Vaishnavas, the Mahabhagavats. They can deliver anyone who is, even in the lowest of the lowest platform. Sri Sukdev Goswami was the spiritual master of Sri Sut Goswami, who therefore offers his respectful obeisances unto Srila Sukdev Goswami before he begins to his answers to the question of the sages at Naimisharanya. So this is how Prabhupada's purport is so revealing that how much we should go through these samskars ultimately to come to the platform of goodness. Then we have attained the Madhyama Vaishnava stage. And then ultimately we have to transcend and be on the Shuddha Sattva platform. Then we are Uttamadhikari Vaishnavas. And when we are accepted by a spiritual master, we are Kanishta Vaishnavas or Prai Vaishnavas. And then we have to develop these qualities of the Brahmanas. So this is how Prabhupada's purport is a very, very important purport. He's not going into the Rasik commentary of, how, the whole pastime, how Vyas is following him, and the trees are also feeling separation from Sukdev, and how the trees are instructing his father, So Prabhupada is giving a very, very practical purport and how important it is for us to implement this so that we can ultimately try to become Vaishnavas. So now any questions on this, what we discussed, this purport? Yes, there are two questions. Let's take first Devahuti Kapil Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, the first question is, like, is there a reason why Prabhupada is not given that in-depth Rasic commentary? Did he feel that somewhere, humanity has degraded and they are not at that level to process that information?
Well, to understand a Rasic commentary, you should be situated on the level of Rasa. That is, the level of Rasa is transcendental platform.
Okay.
First, undergo all these samskaras, get purified,
Okay. And then,
and come to the transcendental platform, then you can understand. So Prabhupada knew that you do all this, and then ultimately, the Acharya's commentaries are there. It will come up. Prabhupada wanted his disciples to translate the Acharya's commentaries. So
right.
that's why we saw yesterday when we were discussing, we could not really, relate. Just like Bharatnatyam, the different mudras, the different, gestures, what she's, making in the Bharatnatyam, she's conveying some things, and you are sitting and you have no understanding of the science of Bharatnatyam. You're wondering what is happening. You don't understand. But one who is sitting next, who has knowledge, he's relishing it. He's relishing it. So, you want to come to that platform, then undergo all these purificatory ceremonies. So that's what Prabhupada is practically focusing on in his purport. Is it clear?
Okay. Yeah. And the next question, Prabhu, is like related to this. So when you say we are all on the transcendental platform to process that, which means
Pardon, come again.
Shuddha Sattva, right?
What did you say?
When we say that we should be on the transcendental platform to process all that Rasic commentary, which means you're referring to the Shuddha Sattva, right?
No, it's not that we might theoretically understand over a period of time with nice study of Srila Prabhupada books and even the Acharya's books, we might understand, but we might not be able to fully relish. We can intellectually understand, but when you are on the transcendental platform, we can fully relish the mellows. But understanding itself is so difficult of the Acharya's commentaries. So for that, you undergo all these purificatory ceremonies. So Prabhupada is
Okay.
focusing on what is real
What is
necessary now.
So I also hear the terminology Vishuddha Sattva, Prabhu. So like if it's out of
Vishuddha
context, I'm
Sattva.
sorry.
Vishuddha
And what
Sattva
is the
is
difference?
Vishuddha Sattva, Shuddha Sattva, our pure goodness are all the same terms.
All the same. Okay. All right, Prabhu. Good. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Any other questions? Somebody else also had yes, Birendra Yadav Prabhuji. So Teefpa Prabhu had raised his hand. Okay, I'll take your question next. Birendra Yadav Prabhuji, what's your question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, this purificatory process, this process is there in our society. I mean, are we inculcating these type of processes in our practicing devotion?
Practical question. So slowly, this whole concept of varnashram, which is so important for a purificatory ceremonies, is being implemented in ISKCON, and we have just like in the Smarta, they have their samskars right from birth, the Garbhadan samskars, where the impregnation is done. And then we have in our Vaishnav Smriti, the Vaishnav Shastras, Gopal Bhatt Goswami has given the Shat Kriya Deepika. So we have to study this and we have to implement. We have to implement these as per the need, and one has to seek out and find and see how he can implement it. And that's how we can we should not say that this facility is not available in a center, so I'll not do it. You'll have to work it out if you're serious about it, and you'll find it. So so we'll have to study that. And I know one family, they just recently come in Krishna consciousness, just 2-3 years, and the boy got married, and he started implementing all the samskars, studied the books, and started implementing it. So even in ISKCON, you have the books which have been released on Garbhadan samskars and the 10 samskars. All these books are there. So we need to study those books and find out how to implement it. And you will get the teachers within ISKCON who will help you to implement it. Is it okay, Prabhuji?
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Yes. Tirthpad Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pram. My question related to the same Prabhu, like from Sudra to become a Vaishnav. This is both internal and external process Prabhu are necessary, and it is both internal and external process.
What is your meaning by internal and external process?
Internal process means studying of all the scriptures, understanding that, and internally become purified. And external process means that what the sanskaras you are talking about.
No, the samskars, they look like external process, but samskar means what? Impressions in the heart, chitta. So these external activities, they impregnate impressions in the heart. And we have samskars in the form of vasanas. So those vasanas get eradicated. So any image you see, like you see a gulab jamun, that that impression is there in the chitta, and when you eat the gulab jamun, the impression becomes deeper. And now, next time when you see the gulab jamun, immediately the false ego will say, wow, I had relished it. So the intelligence will plan, and the mind will activate the senses and go and eat the gulab jamun. So the samskars of eating gulab jamun become deeper and deeper and deeper. So these unlimited samskars, so anything we see, we smell, everything is all samskars. So it's like all the impressions which are there in the chit, unlimited impressions. Now, by these ceremonies, we are putting in positive samskars, which will awaken. We are putting in spiritual samskars. These are all material samskars, which I explained, that Gulab Jamun example. We are putting in spiritual samskars so that the chitta gets purified. So, right from the Garbhadhan, Prabhupada doesn't mention here, but again in the third canto, seventh canto, he will mention. So, Janmana Jayate Shudra. So, there Prabhupada is mentioned. So, all these samskars then will imprint spiritual impression so that ultimately the student will uh, go towards light. Light means transcendental knowledge and spiritual knowledge. So that's how it is. Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhu. It looks like external, but actually it's an internal process.
Yes, yes, it is whimsical. In fact, in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, when one is given Diksha, there is a, they take the symbols of Shankha and Chakra, which, on a red hot iron impressions, they put it in fire and then they put the impression on the arm, and that impression of that Shankar Chakra falls here, but that impression also falls in the heart. And what is that impression in the heart? Now I'm a Vaishnava, so I should behave properly. I'm reminded that I'm a Vaishnava. So that impression, sometimes, the father beats the child, and that impression is very deep. So the child next time knows that if I don't study, I'll get beating. So that samskar, or that beating, has that impression. So similarly, every um, every incident what we go through has a particular kind of impression. When he has, when he was driving and he met with an accident, and that impression is very deep. And next time he is always careful while driving. So like that, the positive samskars are imprinted in the chitta. I hope it is clear.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes, yes. Devahuti Kapil Prabhuji, based on this discussion, you have come up with some new questions.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you mentioned that Garbhodana Samskar. So when exactly they
Garbhadhan,
do that?
Garbhadhan,
Garbhodana. So when
Garbhadhan
exactly they do that?
It is before the husband and the wife unite
Okay,
to
okay.
produce a child. The
Okay.
seed.
So
Seed.
any yajnas we do also, will that leave a spiritual impression?
Yes, every yajna we do leaves a spiritual impression.
Okay, okay.
When we participate, it all has
Okay.
impressions. And there are all these yajnas mentioned in the Shat Kriya Dipika of what are the different yajnas to be performed.
Okay.
All are meant for purification. When the house opening is there, because the grahastha has to have a house. So there is in inviting the Lord to come and reside in the house, because it is the Lord's house. So then there's the
Okay.
Vastu Homa Yagya. So many, all these ceremonies are there. So all these are meant for purification. But with all these ceremonies happening, in the background, there is the Hare Krishna Kirtan happening.
Okay. So we
Yes.
accumulate a lot of impressions from previous lives, right? So the way I understand this, correct me if I'm wrong. I was listening to your same topic and same explanation in different seminars also. So if I understand correctly, Prabhu, just to confirm my understanding, so we cannot clear out all the impressions that we have acquired from the past or in the current life, but we can add more spiritual impressions so that we can purify our mind and consciousness. Is that correct?
The material impressions ultimately will be eradicated by uh, imprinting the spiritual impressions.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
ultimately, Chaito Darpan Marjanam will happen.
Okay,
So
it will be
even
cleaned
for
up.
Chaito Darpan Marjanam happening, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, these help, because we we are situated in goodness and we can chant attentively. So why we are not able to chant attentively? Because of the impressions of the samskars, the Rajaguna and Tamaguna.
Mm.
So it helps us in our chanting also. Because even
Okay.
when the sannyas ceremony is going on for a sannyasi who's going to take sannyas, there is a yajna performed for the sannyas.
Mm.
So then there is chanting of those mantras, but ultimately in the background there is a Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So all these purificatory ceremonies which we do in the Vaishnav tradition, the Gaudiya Vaishnav tradition, should be accompanied by the Hare Krishna Kirtan. That's important
Okay.
also. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, so it's a very important verse and it is to be meditated. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary we have discussed. So let's come to verse 3. This is the second prayer which Sut Goswami offers to Sukdev Goswami. Yah swanubhavam akil shruti saramekam adhyatma deepam atitirshitam tamondham samsarinam karunaya purana guhyam tam vyasunumupayami gurum muninam. This is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's translation. I surrender to the son of Vyas. Tam means that. That refers to the son of Vyas. Vyasunu. Vyasunu means son of Vyas. Upayami. I surrender. The incomparable guru of all sages. Guru Muninam. Because he became the guru of even Narad Muni and Vyas when he spoke the Bhagavatam. Who mercifully spoke Karunaya. The Purana full of hidden meanings. Purana Guhyam. The essence of all the scriptures. The essence of hearing. Akila Shruti Saram Ekam. So Akila Shruti Saram Ekam, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says it is the essence of all scriptures, the essence of hearing. For all the people of this world, even in the future, samsari nam, those are caught in the samsar, right? That time also and in the future. Who spoke the Bhagavatam which revealed the excellence of rasa to Sukdev? Yaswa anubhavam. So he was experiencing rasa in this Bhagavatam. And which is the revealer of Atma, Adhyatma Deepam, for those desiring to cross Titi Tishitayam, the dense darkness, Tamo Andam, with ease. Ati Titi Shitam. Titi means to transcend or to cross, and Ati means with ease, this dense darkness. Very, very interesting translation of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti. Proper translation is, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto him, Tam Upayami Gurum, the spiritual master of all sages, Guru Muninam, the son of Vyas. So the son of Vyas is, where is this translated? Which part of the verse? Son of Vyas, please tell me. Son of Vyas. What is it? Who will answer? Son of Vyas. Yes, Virendra Yadav Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Sorry. And yes. Yeah.
It's a Vyasa Sunam Prabhu. Vyasa.
Vyas Sunam. Who out of his great compassion, Karunaya, for those gross materialists who struggle to cross over the dense darkness of material existence, Samsarinam Tamo Andham, spoke this most confidential supplement. This is Purana Guhyam, to the cream of Vedic knowledge, Akhila Shruti Saram Ekam, having personally assimilated it by experience. Yaswa Anubhavam. So this is how Prabhupada translates it. Okay, for that commentary. In this prayer, Srila Sutta Goswami practically summarizes the complete introduction of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the natural supplementary commentary on the Vedanta Sutras. The Vedanta Sutras or the Brahma Sutras were compiled by Vyasadeva with a view to presenting just the cream of Vedic knowledge. Srimad Bhagavatam is the natural commentary to this cream. Srila Sukdev Goswami was thoroughly realized master of the Vedanta Sutra, and consequently he also personally realized the commentary Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, which line of the verse is Prabhupada commenting in this first paragraph? Anyone? Which line of the verse? Whether it is the first line, the second line, the third line, the fourth line. Pada 1, Pada 2, Pada 3, Pada 4. And within that, maybe some particular phrase he might be commenting in his commentary in paragraph 1. Which is that? Anyone? Raise your hands. Lakshmi Narsimhan Prabhuji. Narendra Yadav Prabhuji. Two have raised their hands. Priya Mataji. Yes, Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dhanvat. Is it Akhila Shruti Saram?
Akhila Shruti Saram Ekam. Excellent. Very good. Very good.
Right.
Excellent. Now, then, Prabhupada, he goes, and just to show his boundless mercy upon bewildered materialistic men who want to cross completely over nescience, he recited for the first time this confidential knowledge. So Sukdev Goswami realized the Vedanta Sutra and its natural commentary Bhagavatam, and out of his Karunaya, he recited it for the first time for those who want to Titishitam Tamondam. Now, paragraph 2, Prabhupada focuses on this samsarinam who are, caught up in this material existence trying to enjoy. There is no point in arguing that a materialistic man can be happy. No materialistic creature, be he the great Brahma or an insignificant ant, can be happy. Everyone tries to make a permanent plan for happiness, but everyone is baffled by the laws of material nature. Therefore, the materialistic world is called the darkest region of God's creation, Tamondam. Yet the unhappy materialist can get out of it simply by desiring to get out. Unfortunately, they are so foolish that they do not want to escape. They don't want to get out only. Therefore, they are compared to camel who relish thorny twigs because he likes the taste of the twigs mixed with blood. He does not realize that it is his own blood and that his tongue is being cut by the thorns. So people who are trying to enjoy here, the more they try to enjoy, the more they suffer. And they don't realize that they are suffering, and they try more again to enjoy and they more suffer. So this is the deep, deep tamo andam of the samsarinam. Similarly, to the materialist, his own blood is as sweet as honey. And although he is always harassed by his own material creations, he does not wish to escape. Such materialists are called karmis. Out of hundreds and thousands of karmis, only a few may feel tired of material engagements and desire to get out of the labyrinth. Such intelligent persons are called jnanis, who want to get out of this material world. The Vedanta Sutra is directed to such jnanis. But Srila Vyasadeva, being an incarnation of the Supreme Lord, could foresee the misuse of the Vedanta Sutra by unscrupulous men, and therefore he personally supplemented the Vedanta Sutra with the Bhagavad Puran. It is clearly said that this Bhagavatam is the original commentary on the Brahma Sutras. Bhashoyam Brahma Sutranam, as it is said in the Matsya Puran. Srila Vyasadeva also instructed the Bhagavatam to his own son, Srila Sukdev Goswami, who was already at a liberated stage of transcendence. He was already liberated. Srila Sukdev Goswami realized it personally and then explained it. Yaswa Anubhavam, Prabhupada is speaking now. By the mercy of Srila Sukdev, the Bhagavad Vedanta Sutra is available for all those sincere souls who want to get out of the material existence. So here the Srimad Bhagavatam is termed as what? What is the Srimad Bhagavatam termed as? Anyone? What is the Srimad Bhagavatam termed as? Yes, Tirthpad Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, it's Adhyatma Deepam.
No, here, what is the Srimad Bhagavatam also called as? Okay, let it make me simple. What is it called? Abhay Inge Prabhuji. One minute, I'm unmuting you. Abhay Inge Prabhuji, yes.
Bhagavad Vedanta Sutra.
Bhagavad Vedanta Sutra. So there is Vedanta Sutra and there is Bhagavad Vedanta Sutra. Then any other names by which the Bhagavatam is called? You know?
No, bro, sorry.
Okay. Anyone else knows? Priya Mataji?
Is it Srimad Bhagavad Puran, Prabhuji?
Srimad Bhagavad Puram is generally we know that. Devhuti Kapil Prabhuji?
Prabhuji, is it Amala Puran?
Amal Puran. Okay. Any other? Anyone knows? What is the Bhagavatam sometimes also called by other terms? It is also called as the Sukha Samhita because it was spoken by Sukadeva Swami. It will come up in the first canto, third chapter, verse 43. Prabhupada says it is Sukha Samhita. And the Bhagavatam is also called as the Bhagavata Vedanta Sutra. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam is one unrivaled commentary on Vedanta Sutra. Next paragraph. Sripad Shankaracharya intentionally did not touch it because he knew that the natural commentary would be difficult for him to surpass. He wrote his Sharirika Bhasha, and his so-called followers deprecated the Bhagavatam as some new presentation. One should not be misled by such propaganda directed against the Bhagavatam by a Mayavadi school. From this introductory shloka, the beginning student should know that the Srimad Bhagavatam is the only transcendental literature meant for those who are Paramhamsas and completely free from the material disease called malice, envy. So it's a transcendental literature. The Mayavadis are envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead despite Sri Shankaracharya's admission that Nara the Personality of Godhead is above the material creation. The envious Mayavadis cannot have access to the Bhagavatam, but those who are really anxious to get out of this material existence may take shelter of this Bhagavatam because it is uttered by the liberated Srila Sukadeva Goswami. It is the transcendental torchlight by which one can see perfectly the absolute, transcendental absolute truth realized as Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So this last line, it is the transcendental torchlight. So which part of the verse is Prabhupada commenting on? Anyone? Virendra Yadav Prabhuji, yes.
Bro, it's Adhyatma Deepam.
Adhyatma Deepam. It's Adhyatma Deepam. Okay. So let's go to Vishwanath Chakradekar's commentary on this. It's very interesting. But if you have any questions, I can take up till now from Prabhupada's commentary. Any questions, any clarifications? Okay, one Virendra Yadav Prabhuji. Yes.
Hare Krishna, bro. Bro, there was a mention that Srimad Bhagavatam is supplement to Vedanta Sutra, and also it is mentioned that it is natural commentary to Vedanta Sutra. So both statement they are, correlating how it is.
Srimad Bhagavatam is the natural supplementary commentary. It is supplementary commentary on the Vedanta Sutras. Or Prabhupada says it is a natural commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. Now, firstly, you have to understand what is a natural commentary. There is usually sutras like the Brahma Sutras or the Vedanta Sutra, and then there are acharyas who write commentaries. Like Madhvacharya wrote his commentary, Shankaracharya wrote his own commentary, which is Sharirika Bhasha, and in our Sampradaya, Baldev Vidyabhushan wrote a commentary which is called as the Govinda Bhashya. So there are verses, and the commentary written is called as bhashya. And on the commentary, if you write a further sub commentary, it is called as the tika. It's called as the tika. So bhashya and tika. So we should be very clear about this. Now, what is then a natural commentary? Natural commentary is a little different. It's not that for every Vedanta Sutra verse, there is a Bhagavatam verse mapping that. There are only 700 Vedanta Sutra verses, but Bhagavatam has 18,000. So, what is the natural commentary? The one sutra is, explained in detail or elaborated. Like I'll give you an example. There is, the Vedanta Sutra, Janmadesya Yata. It is from whom everything is born, the whole creation, maintenance, creation, and destruction. That's it. And then you're puzzled. That's why Vedanta sutras are very terse. They're very enigmatic. So now, we have to figure out, but who is this Baba from whom this whole creation maintenance? So that personality is elaborated in the Bhagavatam. That entire verse, if you see 111, there is, he is Abhigna, he is Swarat. He is the one who gave knowledge to Brahma. So like that, elaborate explanation of the sutra is what is a natural commentary. It's not like exactly, the one Vedanta Sutra, the bhashya is given in the Bhagavatam, but the explanation is of the sutra is given in detail in the form of 18,000 verses. Is it clear?
Thank you, bro. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions anyone has? So I'll quickly and briefly finish Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary so that we can go to the next verse in the next class. It's quite brief, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, so I'll just go through it. Now, again, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentions what is going on in the heart of Sud Goswami. He says that the reason for Sukdev inspiring Sud is his mercy. He should not only deliver Parikshit, but he should also deliver all the persons born in the world in the future. Samsarinam. Prabhupada has already mentioned in his translation. At that moment, Suta remembered all the future generations. So just imagine the compassion of Sud Goswami. He was thinking about all the future generations. And for those who desire to cross Atitirshitam, the dense Andam, ignorance, Tama, with great ease, Ati, the Bhagavatam causes the revelation, Deepam, of the Jiva Adhyatma, who controls Adi, the elements of the body, such as the Mahatattva. This body is made of Mahatattva. So it reveals self-realization. So this is another explanation which Adhyatma Deepam. Prabhupada has mentioned Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So Brahman. So here he is mentioning about Brahman. This refers to the secondary result of Bhagavatam, destruction of ignorance, avidya, for the desires of liberation. So Brahman here. For the pure devotees, Bhagavatam contains the essence of all Shrutis, Akhila Shruti Saram, of all the Upanishads. And taking another meaning of Shruti, Bhagavatam is the essence for those who relish with the ear, Shruti, by hearing. So that is what is Akhila Shruti, essence of all hearing. The essence of all hearing is Bhagavatam. This is indicated by 113, where Bhagavatam is said to be the ripened fruit of the tree of Vedas. So the entire tree essence is the mango fruit, which we relish eating. So the entire tree, the Vedas are compared to the Kalpataru. There is so many things, so many scriptures are there, the entire Vedas. So this is the essence. The Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence which we should hear, Shruti. So that's how it is given. For Sukdev as well, Swaha, Bhagavatam revealed the power of abundant rasa anubhavam. For Sukdev, it was Swa Anubhavam. Swa Anubhavam. For him, it revealed rasa. Thus it is said. So this is said. Swa Sukha Nibritchetastad Vyudasyanyabho Apajit ruchiralila krishta sarastadiyam Etanoda kripaya yastatva deepam puranam tam akhila vrijin ghanam vyasunum natosmi. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master, Tam Natosmi, the son of Vyasdev, Sukdev Goswami, Vyasunum, who destroys all sins. Akhila Vrijina Ghanam, and who, though fixed in his own bliss, Swa Sukha Nibrit Chetas Tad, with no distraction, view the Sanya Bhavo, became attracted to the pastimes of Krishna. Api Ajita Ruchir Leela Krishna, and mercifully spread the Bhagavatam, which describes Krishna. Vitunot Kripaya, thus, yes, Tattva Deepam Puranam, which reveals the rasa of his pastime. Saras Tadiyam. So for Sukdev, it revealed rasa. It is also said Harer Gunakshipta Matir. His mind also became attracted to the qualities of the Lord by studying Bhagavatam. And this is that verse. Parinishtopi Nairgunya Uttama Shloka Leelaya Grihita Cheta Rajarishe Akanad Aditavam. O saintly king Rajarishe, I was certainly situated perfectly in transcendence, Parinishtopi Nairgunya. Yet I was still attracted, Grihita Cheta, by the delineation of the pastimes of the Lord. Uttama Shlok Leelaya, who is described by enlightened verses. Akhyanam Yad Aditavan. Or Swanuvavan can mean that which produced Sukdev's power. This explanation indicates that Bhagavatam made Sukdev superior to all other sages. Guru Muninam. Ekam means incomparable, without second. There is no comparison to this Bhagavatam to any other thing. Sukdev became the guru of all the sages such as Narad and Vyas, who were seated in the assembly of Parikshit and taught them Bhagavatam as if it had not been heard before. The Bhagavatam must be taught to them as well. The Tattva Sandarbha has pointed this out. So in the Tattva Sandarbha, Jiva Goswami mentions how the Bhagavatam revealed even to Vyas and Narad, the rasa. Because Sukdev Goswami was a rubilated soul, and this rasa was revealed Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kave. So Brahma means not only Vedas, Brahma can mean rasa, and Adi Kave here is Sukdev Goswami. So Sukdev Goswami was revealed this rasa, and when he spoke this, even Vyas and Narad were astonished. So this is how Vishwanath Chakra Thakur gives his commentary on this verse. So the next verses we will see in the next class. Any questions you have? Any clarifications, any questions on Vishwanath Chakra Thakur's commentary on verse number 3? Yes, Virendra Yadav Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, just one clarification. We understand that Vyasdev and Narad, they are in fact incarnation of Lord. So how Sukdev Goswami is this? I'm not able to digest how it is.
You see, if I'll just give an example. Firstly, somebody who's in Dasya Rasa, he's also relishing, serving Krishna some kind of, rasa. Somebody is in Sakya Ras, he's also relishing doing service to Krishna, but more in intimacy and friendship. So he's able to relish a higher rasa. Somebody who's in Vatsalya Ras, like Mother Yashoda, she's also relishing loving reciprocation with Krishna, but with more deeper intimacy, and she's releasing a higher rasa. And somebody, the gopis, are in Madhurya rasa. So they are relishing highest rasa with Krishna. So who is superior? All are associates of Krishna, relishing different rasas with Krishna in Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhura. But who are superior among the four?
Of course, gopis.
The gopis, correct? So similarly, for Sukhdev, that highest rasa was revealed to him. So that's why when he spoke, the others also, they were very elevated, but they also relished that. Another example I'll give you to understand this. The elderly gopis are also in Vatsalya Ras with Krishna. And Krishna was performing his Makan Chor, the butter stealing pastimes, in the elderly gopis' houses. They were witnessing these pastimes and they were catching Krishna and coming and complaining. Sometimes they were able to catch Krishna, sometimes they were not able to catch. So they were seeing this, and Krishna is to escape, and they used to come and narrate these things to Mother Yashoda. Who was actually directly witnessing these pastimes? The elderly gopis. And when they were narrating the elderly gopis to Mother Yashoda, Mother Yashoda had not seen these pastimes of Krishna stealing the butter, but the elderly gopis had seen. They were narrating, but who was relishing more rasa? Now you give me the answer. Who was relishing more rasa?
I think it's Mother Yashoda.
Why Mother Yashoda? Tell me.
Because of their gopis narration, she could be absorbed in how Krishna is dealing with these
Mother
gopis.
Yashoda has the highest Vatsalya affection for Krishna. So when she is hearing, she is relishing it more. Although the gopis, elderly gopis are also, they also have Vatsalya Ras, but the degree of Vatsalya Ras is the highest in Mother Yashoda. So just Mother Yashoda hearing also, she was relishing higher rasa. So the point is here that Sukdev Goswami, when he was narrating the Bhagavatam, he was relishing the rasa. He was directly experiencing in his heart. He was witnessing these pastimes while narrating. And that's why those in the audience, even Vyas and Narad, were astonished. And they were really experiencing something. Oh, this is first time we are hearing Bhagavatam.
Got the point, bro. Got the point.
Got the point?
Got the point. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki Jai, Hare Krishna.